So things are about to get crazy. Elon Musk, his company Neuralink, has received FDA approval to launch their first in-human clinical study. Now, for those of you who do not know what Neuralink is, don't worry. Let's go ahead and deep dive into what exactly just happened. So here I am on the official Neuralink websites, and in short, it is a chip that they're going to put into your brain. Now, there are videos from previous years of Elon Musk starting off testing this out, and there were some animals that he was trying this out, and you can find many videos showcasing some of the data that they found. Now, this was quite a while ago where there were no human testing allowed, and obviously this was a fairly new company that he started up. Now we can see FDA has approved their ability to start in human testing, which means this thing is going to be revolutionary. And here you can see this is their potential impact. And essentially they have a phone and then they have this little device on the tablets. And essentially from these pictures, it looks like you can open up an app and utilize it based off of whatever use cases that they will implement. So here, this tab, who is it for? So it looks like right now they're focusing on people with quadriplegia and essentially the ability to control their computers and mobile devices with their thoughts. And look at this visual right here. Ideally, it's representing a circle with a mouse, and supposedly from this visual, what I'm understanding is basically they can tell it to click on a particular option and then it should follow. Now, this again, for something to be able to control with your thoughts is already an astounding feat. So if this actually ends up doing what they wanted to do, next thing you know, it is going to go from people with certain disabilities and medical conditions to the normal person, the average Joe, and next thing you know it, they're going to come up with some super enhanced features that I can't even comprehend. But again, that's for a different topic. Now let's take a look at their approach. So basically, they will keep the people who use their products in mind, they states, and essentially have it ensuring the safety, which again, putting something into your brain, I could see so many things going wrong with that. And I'm not the one behind the scenes, so I can't comment exactly on the process, but I have seen some of the robots that they showcase, which I'll show you in just a second. And here is their future hopes. And basically they want to restore things such as vision, motor function, speech, and eventually how people experience the world. So for most people, if you do not have perfect vision, and imagine you could put a brain chip into your literal brain, and then next thing you know it, you go from 20, 150, 200, etc. to 20/20 vision. Don't have to wear contacts, glasses, and for that particular thing, it could help people who are blind or have significantly impaired vision, and that can easily eliminate laser eye surgery, for example. And then there's other conditions obviously surgery can't fix, but that is just one use case. And then I can't even imagine the other use cases for people with other disabilities and things that they can't do with their body that this brain chip can literally supposedly fix based off what they're predicting simply by installing it into your brain. So now let's look at some more details. So here is what this implant is looking like right here. So let's go ahead and scroll through and see each of these pieces. So we have this they call a biocompatible enclosure. And essentially this is the N1 implant, and they state is hermetically sealed in a biocompatible enclosure that withstands physiological conditions several times harsher than those in the human body. So one, that is going to be crucial because if you're putting something into your head, literal brain, you do not want that thing to rot or dissolve or whatever could possibly happen. And next thing you know, it becomes useless. Next, let's take a look. The battery. So they state the battery is a small battery charged wireless from the outside via a compact inductive charger that enables easy use from anywhere. So literal wireless battery. So as of now, as long as I'm looking at the pros and the cons, as long as the battery can charge and nothing goes wrong, then should be fine. But what happens if you try to charge your battery and it just doesn't work? At that point, I don't even know what could happen. Either you have to get another surgery or who knows. And here they have the chips and electronics, and essentially this is what's going to be powering all of the applications and basically do what it needs to do. And then here they have threads. So this, the N1 implant records neutral activity through 1024 electrodes distributed across 64 threads. And these are ultra thin, and that's key to minimizing damage during the implantation and beyond. Now here is what I was talking about regarding this surgery. So here they have this robot. Now I've actually seen robots for such things such as LASIK eye surgery, and there's other things for robots in regards to medical things that they've made for particularly surgical procedures. However, have not seen at least one that implants a brain to my knowledge yet. And here this is what they have built so far. And basically they have states that the threads of implants are so fine that they cannot be inserted by a human hand. So obviously robots are built to perform whatever you program it to do. And from what I've seen, at least surgeon robots, are quite accurate. There's a video actually you can search online of the robot removing the skin of a grape, and it does it beautifully perfect. If you honestly told a normal person to try that, they most likely would have punctured it, and obviously the experienced surgeon might be able to do it. But I think at the terms of a robot's consistency is the most important when it comes to surgery. Being able to replicate the same thing over and over and perfect it, that is a key when it comes to having success. So here, this is just some more details regarding the robots, and they have this base structure, and basically this is supposedly the robot's 3-axis linear motion that's used to position the head. And then here we have the actual robot head. So this apparently contains the optics and sensors of 5 camera systems and the optics for an optical coherence tomography (OCT) system. And then we have the needle. The needle, what they say, is thinner than human hair, grafts, inserts, and releases the threads. So if you just look at yourself right now and just look at your arm, your face, or whatever, you can see that has a physical hair on it. You can see how tiny that is just in general. So to see a needle, one that obviously has a strict, rigid body that isn't just gonna bend and break into nothing, that's thinner than a hair already, that is already cool to see. And here we can see a visual of the so-called software platform that they have so far. And basically, let's see here. Let's get your cursor set up. And now it's telling you to imagine moving your hand towards it. So pretend you have a brain implant, and it's telling you exactly what is going on. And now you'd have to imagine pressing this down with your index finger. So I'm trying to do this myself, but imagine if you did not have the movement into your hands or just your body. So I'm trying to do this literally following along, but I have the urge to actually move my fingers and basically what else it asks over there. But you just do it simply with your mind. I think will take some time and for people to get used to, but this seems to be the whole called setup. And the fact that this is the intended result, I'm assuming, for their actual product, once they actually put this into humans and have them physically, or should I say mentally, move objects and things with their mind using the chip, this is going to revolutionize the future. And if you've been following the channel, we mainly discuss the next level updates in the AI space and even in technology. So I can already see this obviously isn't necessarily focused on AI, but I'm sure they use some sort of advanced systems behind the scenes to get their data, and they could be using AI for all I know. And if they aren't eventually, once all these AI systems come out in the future, implementing this is going to revolutionize it. Imagine you can put a chip into your brain and you know every single thing that is physically online, and you have the knowledge of thousands of years, decades of research just from a chip. That's something I could easily see happening in the future. And basically we could have superhumans doing crazy stuff. All they had to do was get some surgery, put a little chip in your brain, and next thing you know, it's your next level. So these are some of the updates regarding the Neuralink with Elon Musk. So do share your thoughts in the comments below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.